Hey, John Ferguson Smart here. Should you learn test automation? Should you learn to code to do test automation? It's a good question. I mean, you might be led to believe that there's a whole lot of tools coming out. Artificial intelligence is going to replace our jobs as testers. We're going to have software that can verify an application at the blink of an eye without us having to do anything. I don't believe that's the case. I don't believe that technology will make the job of a tester or a software test and automation engineer redundant for a very simple reason. Software cannot know what your application is supposed to do. Software cannot understand your domain like you do. It cannot understand your business needs like you do. And that's your job, to understand the business needs and to transform them into a way that we can verify, that we can check, that we can explore, that we can discover whether a feature actually delivers the business needs that we were expecting, or that it makes the customers happy. All of that stuff is a very human activity, and we can use automation very effectively to streamline that activity. We can use it very effectively when we start our project, and we use automation to streamline the development flow, where we can define our goalposts in an automated way, so that we can get automated feedback about whether a feature does what it's supposed to do. That's my preferred way of working, where we start with a few requirements, we start with key high-level flows and key business rules, and we turn them into code. Then we make the application do what it's supposed to do, and then we see that these tests pass. That is a really effective way to do things. Very, very sleek, very efficient. Of course, there are other forms of automation where you are automating your manual test cases. This is a lot less efficient. It can save you a bit of time, obviously, but it doesn't give you the same impact as automating up front. The thing is, automating up front, initially, that requires coding. That does require crafting a test automation framework, or as I like to call it, a living documentation or executable specification framework that is tailor-made to fit your domain. If you can do that, and I've seen it dozens and dozens of times, if you can do that, that is what will speed up your team. That's gold. That gives you huge leverage, huge power to help your team go faster, much more so than knowing how to use a vendor tool to automate your manual test cases afterwards. If you do that, not a lot of people will see the benefits. It's not going to help your team go faster. If you can model a solution at the start and during your process that is tailor-made to fit your domain, then you can get huge leverage. And that I've seen it a lot. I've seen it dozens and dozens of times work really, really well. But it does need some knowledge in coding. You do need to understand how to code and how to build a framework. So if you ask me, should you learn to code? Should you learn to do proper test automation? I would say absolutely yes, go for it. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for listening.